minutes to go in the third quarter. KP on fourth down. LaPlante plunges through, gets the first down and more. Breaks off a tackle.
Nice spin
spins his way down the sideline. Drew LaPlante is in for the touchdown for KP. On 4th and 1, the Warriors had to have it as Drew LaPlante delivers and an extra point away from tying this one up. So 2nd and 1, Terrell fakes the inside give, looking to pass, goes down the left sideline, and a wide open Andrew Fowler. He walks into the end zone for a Franklin touchdown. It was run, run, run all throughout the opening drive. Terrell drops back to pass this time, and one of the stars of this Franklin offense wide open for the touchdown as Franklin strikes first on Thanksgiving morning. KP looking at a 3rd and 5 in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Gebhard looking that way. Gets rid of that one. Caught by Tommy Kilroy. He's got room to run. Breaks out of a tackle. Running left to right. Down the sideline. Tommy Kilroy inside the 10. There's the spark play that King Philip needed. It's Gebhard to Kilroy across the middle, and KP's in business 1st and goal. Play action. Gebhard looking right. Flicks one towards the end zone. That one's going to be picked. Heading back the other way, and it gets her out to around the 5-yard line. It's Will Terrell. And they'll go with the shotgun with a back on either hip of Terrell. Bad snap. That one he has to go chase down. Terrell tries to get to it. Gets kicked back again. King Philip picks it up. Will Babluski, the captain, with the fumble recovery. A bad snap from Franklin. So 3 receivers right for the Panthers. Frollo the back at the left hip of Bianchetto. Takes the snap. Looking right. Floats it to the end zone. Going that way for Walsh. He caught it. Touchdown. Right over the coverage of Drew LaPlante. Yep. A terrific throw by Justin Bianchetto, and the Franklin Panthers not done yet. They score. Welcome back to the KP Network's coverage here of the Franklin Panthers and the King Philip Warriors, the 64th installment on Thanksgiving Day, which should be a really fun one with plenty of implications across the board. Once again, Tim Crowley, Jay Horrigan with you. Partner, should be a really good one today, and there's always seems to be something extra when this matchup comes around. A league title on the line, 2 excellent teams that have been great all season long now get to do it here on Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah, it's exciting, these games. I loved hearing the 2009 game talked about by yourself and both coaches, the excitement of that game. This game here, being for a Hawk title, does have that opportunity to be as exciting as that one was back then.
King Philip trying to go for back-to-back Thanksgiving wins. But here's the little extra part of that. They haven't won here or during the daytime on Thanksgiving since 2019. Last year's win for the Warriors was at Fenway Park. Prior to that, the Franklin Panthers had won 2 straight. That's a big change in this rivalry from when KP won 10 straight before COVID. We keep talking about that 2009 game that Franklin won. That was talked about all throughout pregame. That was a classic. 15 years later, as the second half starts, let's see if we're in for another one. Little handoff this time on the kickoff return. Goes out of the hands of Schmitz into the hands of Nicastro, and he's stopped inside the 30-yard line. So KP will have a ways to go as they start the second half, their first possession of the second half, and see what the offensive play calling starts to look like. It was a tough time on the ground, which has always been their identity, and still they know they want it to be. But now it becomes, can you get a few extra plays out of Zach Gebhard? He had a great play to set up that 1st and goal that ultimately didn't lead to that scoring play after the holding call, took back the touchdown from Drew LaPlante. But Gebhard showed that he can make plays through the air. He's shown it all season long. They may have to rely on him if KP wants to come back and try to win this game, starting down 2 touchdowns. First play is to LaPlante. He plunges forward, and a good gain on 1st down. That's the running game that KP has been looking for throughout the course of the day. And the first play of the second half gains them a 1st down and a new set of downs.
Yeah, and this is, we'll see where this drive goes. This is what you would expect out of King Philip.
Good start. Drew LaPlante setting the tone in the second half. He gets the ball right back, running left, trying to get around the edge, is brought down. Again, those edges for Franklin have been so good with the Rampino brothers on either side, too. Talked about Julian earlier. Obviously, Adrian does a great job for them. Forced a fumble earlier in the season on the defensive line. Those two have done a really good job setting the edge, and that time was big as LaPlante tried to get it outside and escape to the left.
Yeah, it brings up a 2nd and 9, and, this is one of those downs and yardage where you're not sure how to play it. If you're KP, you almost expect them to run, and I think we're going to have a false start.
Yeah, someone did run a little too early that time. That's going to push KP back 5 yards and set up a 2nd and 14. So
yeah,
negative play puts them behind the sticks. Now we'll see if they stick with the run game, or maybe this is a chance to let Gebhard go back to work with the air.
And he's had some success in the air.
4 passing touchdowns for Gebhard during the season, and after one of their wins that he had some success through the air, Coach Lee had said, Zach got us out of some holes.
Yeah.
This would be a hole that they need to get out of down 14.
Well, they have the first play is a great play. They pick up 11 yards, pick up a first down, and you're like, okay, this is KP. These mistakes aren't KP.
Handoff to Canto Osorio, running left with some blockers, gets around the edge and some positive yards. Pushed out of bounds, looked like around the 35-yard line. It will set up 3rd down and medium for KP, maybe a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 or so.
Yeah, it looks like they got back close to where they were before the penalty, maybe a yard further up the field for a 3rd down now.
Rain still coming down at KP. We had what was kind of a nice pregame weather. Again, it was cloudy, it was cold, but it was dry. That is not the case anymore, and it makes it a little bit tougher on these offenses as we play on.
You can start to see a little sheen on that field where the water is starting to puddle a little bit.
Gebhard rolling right on 3rd down, looking out to the sticks. This one is caught by Nicastro. He is in bounds for the catch, and it is a 1st down. So great, a little toe tap from Brandon Nicastro, moves the sticks, and a good throw by Gebhard, feeling it as he rolls out right, makes the throw on the run.
And Gebhard was able to keep his footing, and they knew exactly where the stakes were. It was a very well executed play.
So King Philip converts on a drive where they have to have points to start the 2nd half and find some momentum. So after 4 receivers route on that formation on 3rd down, they're going to punch it back inside. Astorino in motion with Gebhard under center. He gives to LaPlante, goes right, sneaks through, and is able to push ahead for the 1st down. Great 2nd effort from LaPlante after contact, moves the sticks for the Warriors.
Yeah, that'll be a 1st down.
So King Philip leaning on LaPlante like they have for much of the season as part of that very talented backfield and a diverse backfield of different rushers for them. LaPlante had 6 touchdowns during the regular season, has been massive for them in the postseason. That game against Marshfield last week that earned them a state title berth, how about it to the tune of 175 yards and 2 touchdowns?
That's amazing.
They'll go right back to him, takes the handoff left, has some room to work, breaks a tackle past the 40, and is down around the 38-yard line. So LaPlante, a healthy diet of carries on this drive. I'm trying to keep the food references low. We have plenty for that later this afternoon. I know people will be hungry, so we'll save it for them.
I went to the snack stand. I know people find that hard to believe. Got a bacon, egg, and cheese. My compliments. Great job at the KP Snack Shack here.
Much needed on Thanksgiving morning. This time, Canto Osorio breaks through the hole. He's got room to run. He's got open grass and turf all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. Keegan Canto Osorio with a big statement for King Phil to cut the lead in half for the Panthers. And that is the answer that the Warriors needed to start the 2nd half.
Yeah, only took them 4 minutes. Still plenty of time left in the game. But a great job. Saw the opening, was able to get through the line, and just took off. And no one was going to catch Canto Osorio.
7 rushing touchdowns during the year for KCO. And it will be Sean Woods out to attempt the extra point. They had a different kicker last week against Marshfield and Turlo O'Brien, but Woods is back here. See that knee sleeve on the right leg as he attempts the extra point out of the hold of Canto Osorio, who just punched in the touchdown. Kick is up, it's low, but it is good. And KP, officially 14-7, they answer with a punch right back to start the 2nd half.